Hey friends, and why a video on a Sunday? Well, very simply, I was always taught if you make a mistake, correct it and also put your hands up to it. I put out a video on Friday that I thought would be really useful to you, and I still do. But I want to correct a little mistake that I made and my good buddy DMS Productions pointed out to me. So today we're going to redo the video that if you want to know every chord in every key instantly, all you have to do is remember J3. I can show you a quick cheat that I use to work out every single chord in any given key. And it's very simple using J3 because the J refers to shapes on the fretboard. Now, let's start by making sure we all know what the notes on the E string are. E, there's no E sharp, so F, F sharp G, G sharp A sharp B, there's no B sharp, so C, C sharp D, D sharp and E. And of course, all of the sharps have their relative flats to the note above. So for example, G sharp is also a flat. Now, today we're just going to work up here on the 8th fret in the key of C. That's a C. You can also play it on the 3rd fret of the A string. And in fact, there's a C chord on the A string. There's a C chord on the E bar. So actually, that might come in useful later on. So we're going to work in the key of C to make it really straightforward today. In order to work out all the major chords in a key, all you have to do is make a J shape on the fretboard. So that's going down and across, down the string and across and up 2 frets. So very straightforwardly, if you know your E bar chord shape, your E minor bar chord shape, your A bar chord shape and your A minor bar chord shape, you can work out 6 of the 7 chords in any key and you can play them. So pretty simply in C, that J shape will give us all our major chords. C, F, which is the 4 chord or the subdominant, and a G, which is the 5 chord or the dominant chord. Now the 3 comes in because by dropping down 3, we find the relative minor to our major key. So in the case of C, 1, 2, 3 becomes A minor. Now our J shape there will give us all our minor chords. A minor, D minor and E minor. You now know how to work out the relative major or minor to every key. So for example, if I went down and did an F minor and I want to work out what the relative major is, I just go up 1, 2, 3 and now I know it's G sharp or A flat, and there you go. That gives us our positions for our relative majors and minors. Now, this is where I went wrong on Friday, and I'd been noodling around and I had accidentally worked out the 7 chord as being the augmented. Now with an augmented chord, what you do is you take the 5th and you sharpen it. But actually, what the 7 chord is the diminished, which is where you flatten the 5th. So in this instance, we'll go to our C. We want to go down 1 note, and then we want to play this chord shape, which is our diminish, and that's our 7 chord. Now, you might notice I'm calling them chords 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now that, as I found out recently from my good buddy Quentin James, is the Nashville numbering system. So now, not only do you know how to play any chord in the key that you choose, but you also now know the Nashville numbering system, because basically the C is the 1. We come down to our A minor shape in this, the knuckle, if you like, of the J, and the D minor is our 2, the E minor is our 3. And how do we know that? Because our C in the A shape, which we referred to earlier, is there. So there's our 1, 2, 3, 4, back to the major, 5, which is the 5th, the dominant, and then we know that our major to minor, relative minor, is our 6. So that's A minor, and then we have the B diminished. So they're all our chords in the key of C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back to our main chord, our first chord, number 1. With this, not only can you very quickly transpose any song, because for example, if I wanted to go from playing in C to say, let's play in G sharp, I now know where all of my major and minor chords are. So I've got, and then 1, 2, 3. And I also know that the diminished chord is there. So we can now play every chord in every key and very, very simply transpose it wherever we want on the neck. The other thing is it makes it really easy for working out songs, because once you get a couple of chords, you can pretty much work out which major or minor key it's in. And some of the more popular chord progressions, and we'll go back to our C, are 1, 4, 5. And you can do 1, 6, 4, 5. You've also got the 2, 5, 1. And so you can see that really quickly, when you work out using this numbering system, you can pretty much work out any song really quickly. So now you know all the chords in all the keys, and you can transpose at will anywhere you want. So if you're working with a singer that wants you to go a little bit lower because it's a strain on their voice, or you're working with youngsters or ladies and you need to raise it from the key that you're usually in, really, really straightforward, really simple, using something close to the Nashville numbering system. But just remember J3, J shape, and 3 down. There are all your major and minor chords. Really hope you've enjoyed this. Thanks very much for bearing with me while I corrected my little mistake. And actually, the reason that happened is I was working on a chord progression which includes the augmented chord as well as the diminished, and it's very Beatlesy, and I'll play you a little example as our outro. I'll be back really soon with the best content I can, but in the meantime, take good care.